Like my story?
No, not your story, a story. Since you can't keep your mouth shut long enough for me to read my paper, tell me a story.
I don't think I know any stories.
You don't know any stories?
No.
All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it, so you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go. Wait.
Let's get this show started. Let's get this party started. Y'all hear me out there loud and clear. Thank you for tuning in to another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Round One. And where do all fights start?
Round one.
You know it. So, fight fans, we got a lot to talk about. The package has arrived. Mark came through for us. The package from Japan has arrived, and I want to show you guys what Mark sent us from Japan from the Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani fight out there in Tokyo with 55,000 in attendance. We're going to be taking a look at what he sent us. Man, Mark, you did good, kid. All right. So, and what's next for Naoya Inoue? So if you like the channel, you feeling the vibe, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button for me, and let's get this episode started. Let's go. What's up, guys? Give me a second here. I just gotta make sure that my audio is up to par with everything.
This feature saves me so much time. Use the /agents.
All right, let's see here. Hold up.
Like my story?
But it's entertaining.
Let's get this show started. Let's get this party started. Y'all hear me out there loud and clear. Thank you for tuning in to another edition here. Yep. So I'm getting my audio and my sound effects. Nice. But let's just make sure that the volume is up there. Then absolutely we got to turn it up in the headphones then here. That's what we got to do. All right. So we're looking good. Thank you for tuning in another edition here around One Sports TV. I'm always your host, Edwin. Where do all fights start? You know it. Round one. Listen. So, my boy Mark came through for us. What the crap is going on here now? Why won't this close? See, it's glitching out now. Don't know why, but we'll find out. But listen, anyway, fight fans, look, what's next for Naoya Inoue, right? And before we get into that, I want to show you what Mark brought us. Now, let me tell you something, people. Mark came through for us, right? But it wasn't easy. It was not easy. In order for Mark to secure these items right here, these items right here, my man had to go and have a boss fight. He went into the Tokyo Arena, and on the first floor of the concession stands, there were no more books. But he needed a book for the event, and he wanted a poster. But there was a bunch of ninjas. He had to fight a row of ninjas to elevate through each floor. He made a side quest. He went to the concession stands and got a popcorn and a soda. And when he was there at the concession stand, he got the Noble Junto Nakatani and Naoya Inoue poster. Let's check out the first item. This, he retrieved it. It is the poster of destiny. Now, he had to get the sword of destiny, put the poster at the bottom base of, now he had the sword. That way he can have the final boss fight. The poster is the shit. Look at this thing. Yo, beep it. This is from Japan. In order for you to get this poster, you had to be there. Basically, Round One Sports family, we were there because of Mark. You know what I'm saying? He brought us with him. Look what he got us. Delicate now. Delicate. I should have white gloves on. I should have white gloves on. Damn it. You need those white gloves, bro. Okay? Look at this bad boy. Woo! Bam! Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We're gonna have to frame it. We're gonna have to find a frame that's made out of gold and diamonds. Where would we find something like that? We're gonna have to put some super chats in the chat right now to put up so that we can get this frame in gold. So once he achieved and retrieved said poster, he wasn't done. He wasn't done. He went back on the mission up to the final floor and had the ultimate boss fight. Yes, he did. He had the ultimate boss fight for this. Oh! The actual book of the event. Yes, a full copy. And yes, and by the way, it's in Japan. Look at this thing. Miraculous. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my goodness. It just shows all of them, what they did, what the moment meant. Both fighters. I might have to get a translator, one of those translator things to read it. This is all in Japanese. And Japanese books, American books, they open from right to left. Japan's open from left to right. And you read it like that, like this in America, Sports Illustrated would be like this. That's how we would read it, like that, and we would start from here. But that would be the end of the book, right? Yeah, that's the end of the book. This thing is dope, bro. This is dope, man. You had to be there, huh? That is amazing. And for anyone that's thinking about asking me, Edwin, would you ever think about coming up off that for a price? Every man has their price. So my starting price for this book, $3 billion, a small country, a castle with a dragon and a moat. I want sharks with lasers in the moat. Starting bid. If you can't get that, then I might as well just hold on to it, keep it forever. So, yeah, that's my price. That's my price. Unless you have that, don't even ask, because it's not going anywhere. Like maybe in the month of Neverwary, I'll sell it. The month of Neverwary. You don't never sell or trade a gift ever. It's bad karma. It's bad karma. No, this is going on the wall, bro. This is going on the wall, man. Wow, this is amazing, bro. Mark, you did good, bro. I feel like I was at the event. Oh, Noay Inoue versus Junto? Tell me about it. Yeah, I know. No, you can't look at the book. Keep your eyes over there. I guess you had to be there to get this book. You know what I mean? Yo, this shit is oh, yo, man. Mark, you did good, bro. Poster, I see what you mean. It's not like a big poster. That poster right there, that's not paper. It's like a picture. Quality right there. You had to be there to get it. You know what I mean? Or you had to have connections like moi. You know what I mean? Round one, chat family. Thank you, man. You guys did it. Mark, he's part of the family. And yo, this is what it's all about. This is going up. We just got to get something, move some stuff around. I don't think I want to take anything down or anything. My friend said, put it over the Floyd poster. I hung up on him. I was like, don't disrespect none of the legends. I wouldn't disrespect Noay anyway. Don't disrespect Floyd. You know what I mean? It's like, I wouldn't put Floyd over Noay anyway. I wouldn't do the vice versa. All these men are the reason why we're talking about boxing. They all did their part. Whether you love, hate them, doesn't matter. They're the warriors that were in there. And if I would have made the better decisions in my life, maybe I could be up on somebody's wall. But now I'm reinventing myself, covering boxing. I still have a joy and a passion for it. And this kind of shit right here, this shit right here, I'm a bit of a collector if you haven't noticed, and a trendsetter at that. Because if you haven't noticed, before I hopped on the scene, besides like the major guys, like Ness had a big studio. He always had like one or two belts out, but they were like these belts that, you know, I came around with the back scenes. Seems like everybody's throwing something up nowadays, ain't it? Yeah. So I'm a bit of a trendsetter, you know, and but I take pride in my collectibles. I like what I collect. You know, I don't just go around getting anything, just ripping a page out of a magazine type shit. Try to have like the things that I have worth something. You know what I mean? Not to sell or trade for me. For me, I'm the kind of collector that'll keep my shit and wear my shit. I got the Jordans, the pearl white platinum, pearl white edition Jordans, right? And my son tweaked because he's a sneakerhead when I wear them. He tweaks because he's like, Dad, man, those are thousands of dollars, those sneakers. Why are you wearing them? I'm like, he's like, why don't you put them up and sell them and get like 4 times the money? And I looked at him, I'm like, for what? Sell them for what? For money? For that somebody else can say they have them or wear them or look good in them? I bought them for me, for that I can look good and know that I have them. So when I wear them, he's like, right? And I'm out there chilling with him because what do you collect things for? To sell it for that the next man can have what you once wanted? Once you got it, what? It doesn't mean anything. Now you sell it, right? Nah, I'm not that kind of collector. I mean, I could be, I guess, buy and trade things, right? But usually things I collect that I like, I want to keep. I want to keep it. That's it. So, Mark, yo, thank you for um the book. I gotta get your comments and stuff up here, guys, because it's not clicking on my thing, right? But absolutely, man. Thank you for the. Here we go. We got. Oh, he ain't got no comments yet. Mark's not in the building yet. But when he sees this video, I want him to know that um to thank him, you know, because that shit was like, you know, that means a lot to me. That shit means a lot to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I follow these fighters and I like a lot of these fighters for different reasons, you know, and Naoya Inoue is a very, very, very unique fighter. In fact, we're going to break down some of his options and what the fighting world has been going back and forth about Naoya Inoue. Now, since he defeated Junto Nakatani, the options have been there for Naoya Inoue. More, there's more options at 126, and that opens a new can of worms with a new set of divisions. Because at 122, he's basically wiped out the division. There's really not that many fighters left in the division that he can possibly face. Um, but old names are starting to resurface. That's right, John Casimero. Names like John Casimero. The reason why I bring up John Casimero, and he's not technically ranked in any of the ranking systems, but he just beat Luis Pantera Nari, in which I believe was a very, very great and good impression that John Casimero told the boxing world, I'm back. And John Casimero is getting up there in age. How much longer can he do this? We see Manny Pacquiao apparently out there in the Philippines. They got the fountain of youth. These Philippine guys are not getting the memo that father time, you know, is going to catch up to you. A lot of these Filipino dudes are fighting real deep into their career. So, not good, not the greatest, you know, just because one man does it. I'm not just, but John Casimero, that was impressive what he did to Luis Pantera Nari, because I'm going to tell you right now, Luis Pantera Nari is ranked still number 5 in the WBO at 122. So you beat a guy that's number 5. You also beat a guy that fought Naoya Inoue. He fought him. And John Casimero beat him in a faster time. You understand? He beat him in a faster time. Well, so Bam after that retire or move up. The problem with this is this. I can't believe Bam Rodriguez left. He had 3 belts. He only needed 1 more. He couldn't get the other guy in the ring to fight him, I guess. And now he's moving up. It just said this morning that Bam Bam's IBF title is officially vacated down there at, I think, at 115. So one of his belts are already gone. Garcia was the IBF champion, right? He's still the IBF champion, Garcia, right? Couldn't get Garcia in the ring with him, and he's moving up now. See, Bam Bam Rodriguez, it sucks that you couldn't get that 4th belt, but he got 3 belts. That's pretty fucking good. So Bam Bam Rodriguez right now, a lot of people were saying Bam Bam Rodriguez move up, fight Naoya Inoue, and etc. Right now, as far as Bam Bam Rodriguez, you got to remember how young he is. He still's got a lot of years of boxing still left. He ain't going nowhere no time soon. He's not like Casimero. Casimero, it's either now or never for Casimero. Casimero is not going to get this fight easy. Casimero, for me, has to take big chances. Big chances. Now, you just heard the announcement of Roman Cardenas going to fight, right? For the belt. He's going to fight Sam Goodman, a fighter that avoided Naoya Inoue and a fighter that fought him. Sam Goodman avoided him, and Roman Cardenas fought him. That's for the interim title at 122, the WBC, because you can't get a belt because Naoya Inoue has them on. So the interim is the next best thing. Listen to me, people. Listen. Allow that fight to happen. John Casimero, you just fought. You're roughly around the time, right? Depending, what's the month? Shit, I think they're going to fight at the beginning of the year. Roman Cardenas and what fight card? I forgot what fight card they're putting that on. Because I know I got so many fight cards in my head. I got to go back and start looking up some of these fight cards and when the date is roughly around. It's still, I don't give a. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. John Casimero fights the winner of that fight. Whoever wins out of Sam Goodman and Roman Cardenas for that interim belt, John Casimero got to steal his bump in line and get that fight. Get that fight. It's not good enough to beat the number 1 guy. It might be, but Jesus Christ. I hate when this happens. I'm gonna have to go look this up. Wait a minute. All right. If I mess up his name is Nashida, right? And then you got Carl James, right? They're the number 1s. You could beat guys like that, John Casimero. Yes. I'm not saying I would have to break down the fight, but if you were to beat guys like that, I'm not sure if that would just maybe still get you. But if you could get the interim belt to his belt for the interim, you can petition to make him fight you for that WBC. That's just my avenue. That's the way I'm thinking. It might be better to grab an interim belt, whatever sanctioning body, to put pressure on Naoya Inoue so that and then you got to remember that John Casimero versus Naoya Inoue, we've been wanting that fight for a very long time. Very long time. Okay? So, I think John Casimero got a good argument right now. He just gotta win some fights. It's not gonna be an easy road. He can't take any easy fights and think that if he takes an easy fight, it would merit. And even if he goes in there and knocks the guy out viciously, that's not gonna award you a Naoya Inoue fight, John Casimero. No. Naoya Inoue has big options. You're gonna have to make it interesting. All that shit talking, all that back and forth, talking about Naoya Inoue's dad, all that shit is going to resurface through social media accounts. People that remember this shit, they're going to Google, they're going to find that video, they're going to bring it back. And it's going to be like, they're going to show you, oh yeah, look remember what you said, and that's going to spark interest in the fight. You understand? So, I think the Sam Goodman train is gone. I don't think Naoya Inoue and his team want to ever mess around with Sam Goodman again. He had the fight, not once, but twice. That's it. I don't see Naoya Inoue fighting Sam Goodman or Sam Goodman fighting him. I see all these guys stretching out time, staying active, waiting for Naoya Inoue to do two things. Either retire or move up. That's what they're waiting for him to do. But in reality, those are not the only two options. A fan might say that. A fan. He'll say, either retire or move up. Easy for you to say. Why you never looked at his third option? Just stay in the division and keep kicking ass. Oh, he already beat everybody. We don't want to. Who the fuck said we don't want to see that? Who? There's new guys coming up in the division that's going to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Gary Antoine Russell is going to do anything to Naoya Inoue. That's for sure, right? Charles James Martin is one guy I was thinking about. I'm not sure. Nishida. I don't think they beat Naoya Inoue. I just don't. Ow. This shit hurts. My fucking wife pinched the shit out of me. See, I was sitting here and she went, yeah. And yo, honey, you gotta stop pinching me. Yo, that shit hurt. I feel it. Ow. Yo, she thinks it's cute or funny. Yeah. Yo. Oh, I'm gonna get her back. Yo, so what you saying? Bam said he wants to fight Takuma. Yeah, that's the problem. I was gonna get to that. That's the problem. Bam's realizing that Naoya Inoue is not an easy task. You got to prepare for that fight. Bam Rodriguez's coach is very smart. He's a former world champion himself, and Robert Garcia, and and he's coached. I think out of his coaching gym, he's coached like 26, 27 world champions. He is an official world-class coach. No doubt about it, Robert Garcia. He's smart. He doesn't lie to his student. The best strategy in fact, would be to fight Takuma first. Before you say anything, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. If you were to take Naoya Inoue and Takuma and you put them side by side, you don't know which one is who is who. Just let them shadow box in the ring. You might not be able to tell them apart. The only way you can tell Naoya Inoue from Takuma, Naoya Inoue got better selection of punches, placement, and power. Takuma doesn't have that, right? Okay. But if you were to prepare yourself for Naoya Inoue, the best common copy of Naoya Inoue without the power is Takuma. He's going to reenact Naoya Inoue to like 60%. That's good enough. That is good enough. Go in there. Don't starch him right away. Get him to open up. Show you his best. See his best. Feel him out. Right? Then put him away. Right? You're going to be able to get a good picture of what Naoya Inoue is going to bring. You know how they say bring in sparring partners to imitate or emulate a fighter? Takuma's the best imitation of his brother, just without power. He doesn't place his punches quite like his older brother. Yeah, that too. He can fight like his brother. I mean, they are almost identical. It's like Toby and Michael. You know what I'm saying? But in boxing, it's different because of the reaction Naoya gets out of his punches that his brother doesn't. But it's going to give you their cadence, their flow. The two brothers are very similar in fighting styles. So if I was Robert Garcia, I say, you want to make sure you can beat Naoya Inoue? How? Fight his brother first. Go in there, whoop his brother's ass. Show me you can float around that style that they have. Because Naoya Inoue's style has transit to his brother. Same coach. Same style. That is brilliant. It's not about, setting the narrative for if I beat your brother, now your brother, like you killed my master, I will revenge him. It's not for that. Though the boxing world's going to view it like that, don't think that's why he's doing it for. He doesn't have to be like, I beat up your little brother, now I'm going to beat you up. No, that's high school shit. That's how you would think. Boxer and a coach would think the way I'm thinking. Wait a minute. You want to make sure you're ready? You want to see 60%, 60, 50% of what his brother is actually going to be like? Fight him. Fight his little brother. Perfect. The boxing world, the fans are going to eat it up. If his brother was to fall to him, by the way, he's got to get past Vargas, right? Bam Rodriguez. We can't just count out Vargas. Although I got Bam Rodriguez in the fight, yes, I think he's going to be too much for Vargas. So, but if in a good world, if we were just talking hypothetically, the fans are going to eat it up. They're going to be like, oh, he beat his brother. Now he's going to go get big, bro. And the fans are going to be on the high school playground in their mind. While fighters combat, they're thinking 3 steps ahead. Let's see what you look like. Look at the Japanese style. Look how his brother pulled it off. He's not far off. Now we got a measuring stick. That is the best measuring stick you're going to get. And I think it's the right way to go. It prepares you more as you go on. Then on top of that, the rewards and the benefit of fighting Takuma. Takuma has a belt. He's got to beat Vargas. That'll be one belt. He beats Takuma. That'll be 2 belts. While you're planning, you're also achieving. While getting closer to the monster, you're just collecting belts on the way. How better would you want this story to go? Oh, what would you want Bam to do? Yo, listen. It's just you got to prepare yourself for everything. You got to prepare yourself for everything. I don't know why I can't get this thing. Oh, I finally got it down. God damn it. I did it. All right. I can see your message here. You can't take that type of huh? No. It's not if makes perfect sense. If you can't beat Takuma, yeah, there's no point on going up to his brother. No, right? This it wouldn't make any sense. If you fall to the little brother, that big brother fight is out the window. You feel me? That no, of course, no. It would make no sense. And Naoya Inoue wouldn't even look at you. Bro, you lost to my little brother. And to lose to Naoya Inoue's little brother, that's not like a slap or a down. That dude's a 2 division champion. Takuma. He has multiple belts, right? He's just a fucking killer too. He's like fucking Naoya Inoue's front line of defense. Takuma. If you can't beat Takuma, you ain't beating Naoya Inoue. Shit, that's how tough that family is. Takuma got some pretty good upset wins of late. I didn't think he was going to win the world title again. He won it with a body shot. Go figure. And that other one, he got put down in the first round. And his brother got put down in the first round in the same fucking card. Takuma Inoue and Naoya Inoue both got knocked down in the first round on the same card on the same night, while his brother was the co-main event. Just in case. Naoya Inoue Takuma went down in the first round. Naoya Inoue went down in the first round, and they both won their fights. Came back and won. Just a little fun fact. So, yeah, man. But I believe that the best preparation you can get to fight Naoya Inoue is to fight his brother. That's the best. I don't see another fighter that's going to emulate his style that good without the power. So you can kind of, you're going to have a chance to study him, feel him out if you want, drag him out into deep rounds. So you can even be more familiar with the Inoue family style. He doesn't have Naoya Inoue's power. Takuma hits hard. He has pop. When these guys are saying that, he doesn't have any pop, he hits pillow fisted Takuma, right? No, Takuma will knock you out and me with one punch, probably. Takuma, yes, he will. We're not in the gym training and have years of fucking bad and hardened that we're used to taking punches. We're talking about professional boxers that have fought all their life to take hard punches and know how to attack. Takuma, you fought Takuma in the street and he hauled off and punched you, that shit's gonna shock you. You're fucking right, it is. You're probably gonna drop because you're not trained to take punches. You're gonna have to act off just cold instinct. Takuma will fuck you up in the street. But when you're fighting boxers from 10 years old have been taking punches to the face, they got like leather skin. They know how to roll with punches. They know how to. So you're fighting real professional boxers that can take punches. And then with the level that Takuma's on, you're getting the best. The top 20 fighters in the world, the top 30 fighters in the world. These are all fighters that made their way from the hundreds ranked. Remember that? They came throughout the divisions, battle tested. So you're coming across the best stomachs, chins in the game at Takuma's level. These are all the chins that held up. Check. Because without that, you wouldn't have made it that far. If you were chinny, right? So when Takuma's hitting these are guys that are durable, that have been in the gym taking punches. You're just not going to put them kind of guys down. They're trained fighters. Boom. That's not going to shock them. You're not, Takuma hit you in the eye, in a street fight, bro, he's going to fold you. You're going to be like, that's a lie. They said you had fucking pillow fist. Nah, you gotta understand the difference. So he does hit hard. Takuma, he does hit hard. It's just that Bam Rodriguez has been in there with big punchers, stronger guys. He'll exchange with you. His beard is boxing tested. Yeah, you're gonna need a lot to stop those guys at the top. That's why the knockouts get further and further from the guys at the top. Now you're fighting the toughest chins, the toughest stomachs, the toughest men, the most endurance guys, the guys that made it to the top spots. You're not going to get that many knockouts. And if you do maintain like a knockout streak and shit, it's impressive. You got to give credit where credit is due. But fighters like John Casimero needs to really like step it up because I'm not sure how much time he has left. In fact, I want to take a look at John Casimero. What I think he should do next. Let's see here. Let's see. I want to put him up on the screen right here. This is John Casimero right here. Casimero right here. The Philippines. You see his age? He is 37 years old. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit better for you guys at home. I want you guys to follow along with me. Is that better? That's better right there. All right, let's check this out. Here's my boy right there. Listen, good fighter, action fighter. I never saw a boring John Casimero fight. There was the one that he loved, but I didn't see that fight. See, so I'm telling the truth. No, I've never seen a boring John Casimero fight. No. He is all action all the time. He's in there always trying to win. His record is 36 fights with 25 big ways by knockout. He has 5 losses. He's been stopped one time in his career. He is 5'4". He has a 64-inch arm reach. 64, huh? 5'4"? So you're shorter than Noay Inoue by an inch, but you are shorter than him. Okay. Interesting. So, John Casimero's coming off his last fight right here. Guys, please do me a favor. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. Reach down and hit the like button for me. One time for your boy. All right? So, John Casimero just fought Luis Pantera Nari, as you can see here, if you look at your screen, it was a 10-round fight. He got him out of there in 4 rounds. Okay? Now, the impressive thing that Luis Pantera Nari, as you can see right here, he is viewed as a 4-star fighter. They rank their fighters on a ranking star system here at Boxing Rec, and 5-star being the best. 4, you're right there. So this is a very, very, very impressive win. Now you can see right here where in his last 3 fights, John Casimero suffered a loss on his comeback. He didn't allow that to discourage him. He came right back. He fought Tom here, and he dusted him off in 5. Right. So John Casimero went back to the drawing board and got one of the biggest wins of late. As you can see, John Casimero's boxing record and history here. Notice that there's no trophies indicating world title fights. Okay? Because we're going to be bringing this up in a little bit in the show. There's no trophies. So this wasn't a world title fight. This wasn't. Okay, we got a trophy. A WBO Global Super Bantamweight. The global belt is a minor world title, but it's still a world title. It's a world title, not a world championship. There's difference. You can have a title and you could be the world champion. It's 2 different levels, okay? All right. And I also want to remind you that in Box Rec, they do not honor the WBA. So if Casimero by any chance had a WBA championship, it will not show up here. Okay? Okay. So he's got, you see the trophy there. And look at the competition. Look, 4-star fighter. Right? Right? Huh? Look. 4-star fighter. 3-star fighter. 3-star fighter. 3-star, 4-star fighter. Went back down to a 1 right here, but back to a 4. So he has been fighting top tier competition. He's been fighting John Casimero. Now, it has not been for any belts because, yes, Naoya Inoue owns all the damn belts, right? But as we can look at John Casimero, he's not getting any younger. 37 years old. The time is now, my man. The time is now. John Casimero wants to catch Naoya Inoue. He's going to have to take some big chances, my friends. When we're talking about Naoya Inoue, a champion like that, listen, people. Listen to me. This is why I like this dude, bro, so much, right? He's impressive. He's impressive. Naoya Inoue is very impressive and what he has done throughout his career. He has 33 fights, 27 big ways by knockout. He's a 5-star fighter all across the board. He is ranked number 1 across the board, meaning, wait a minute, let's go back here for a second. See if it does it for me. John Casimero is ranked number 1 in the Philippines because there are 57 Filipino fighters registered in that weight division out of 1,693 fighters. He is number 4 in the world. You see what I'm saying? Just like the other day on the Boxing Voice, me and Next was going back on it on divisions and rankings, and I try to tell them that they believe that Jerome Butenis is ranked number 1 in the world, and he went and pulled up a ranking system. Like, sometimes he turns into a casual on me, Ness. I get mad, but I think he does it on purpose because he's way smarter than that. So he's ranked number 4, right? Okay. Let's see if we can just click back here. No, they went that way. I was supposed to go the other way, right? All right. We'll just do it this way then. All right. So back to Naoya, the monster Inoue. He is 33 years old. He's 5'5". He has a 67 in it 3.5 inch reach advantage. He's going to have a 3.5 inch reach advantage on Casimero, right? He's 5'5". He has an 81% knockout ratio that dropped from 90 in his last 2 fights. They be hating on this Japanese dude. I don't know why, bro. They be hating on him. All right. Junto Nagatani, he's coming off. That's why they probably did it. He's coming off 3 back-to-back unanimous decisions. The knockouts are getting far in between, Naoya, in a way. You dealing with the best, baby. You know, he fought Junto Nakatani, and he was 32-0. He fought Alan David Picasso. He was 32-0. 2 back-to-back 32-0 undefeated fighters. It's amazing. A lot of people gave him shit, Naoya, in a way, for not knocking out Alan David Picasso. And I said, but wait a minute. 100% of the guys that Alan David Picasso fought, no one knocked him down or knocked him out. So you're holding Naoya in a way to a standard that also no one else has been able to do. Quite impressive, you know? Then he fought MJ Akmadalia, right? He was 14-1. Yeah, after him, yes. The impressive thing about Naoya Inoue, right? When you see this, right? Okay, check this out. Though John Casimero fought a couple 4-star fighters, 3-star fighters, if you look at Naoya Inoue, he fought Junto, 5-star fighter. Alan David Picasso is a 5-star fighter. Look at this. MJ Akmadalia, a 5-star fighter. Roman Cardenas is a 4-star fighter now because they just, right? And then Yi Young Kim is a 3-star fighter. Another TJ Doheny, former world champion, 3-star fighter. Luis Pantera Nari, 4-star fighter. Marlon Tapales, 4-star fighter. Stephen Kubo Fulton, 5-star fighter. Paul Butler, 3. They gave him 3. He just ran from Naoya Inoue. Nonito Donari, they got him as a 4-star fighter. That's how tough it is to get 5 stars, man. Wow. I wonder if they at the first fight now they still had him as a 4-star fighter. Look at this shit. Now, you guys want to see something very, 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 very impressive if you haven't already noticed it while I was doing this? Remember what I said about these little trophies right here? Those are world titles. World titles. They also have trophies for minor world titles and et cetera and et cetera. Pay attention to this. Check this out, guys. This is the very first fight Naoya Inoue ever fought. Right here. Right? Check it out. The first fight he fought a guy with a 16-4 record. It was an 8-round fight. He knocked him out in the 4th. See it right there? Right at the bottom where I got the arrow pointed at it? Okay. I just want you to notice one thing. Count them with me. No trophy. No trophy, no minor belt, no championship belt. His first fight. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. No trophy, no trophy, no trophy. After his 3rd professional fight, what is this? Oh, Japanese boxing, light flyweight title? But that's the Japanese. It's not a real major world title. But you started winning minor world titles at only 4 fights? At only 4 fights, you won a minor world title. Really? Okay. Check this out, guys. Look at the trophies. They never, ever go away again. Ever. For the rest of the remaining of his career, he fights for nothing but world titles. This right here and this right here, you see there's no trophy right here. But since you got me here at Round 1 Sports Talk, I can clear this up. He fought for WBA world titles right here. They don't support the WBA, so there would be no trophy because they don't recognize it. There's supposed to be a trophy right here and one right here. He defended the WBA world title right there. and won it. Okay? So these trophies never disappear, right? Look, look, look. There's always, look. Now this is where shit gets crazy. This is the moment, the rise of Naoya Inoue. This is what makes him the fighter he is today. From this is where it all started for me. Like this, he already had the WBA. He had it here against Dead Marinas too. I think he had 2 belts when he fought him. So there was supposed to be another trophy right here, right? And he had it right here too as well. I think this is where the legend right here starts. Right here, Paul Butler on this day, 2022, December 13th. He fought Paul Butler. That's where the legend of Naoya Inoue started. Right there. He had 4 belts. There could be another trophy right here. Right? There should be 4. But, if you're following along, you would know that. And so it's just going to show 3, but he had all 4. Okay, check this out. Watch this. From 2022, 12-13, he wins all the belts. 30 days later, he vacates all the belts. He throws them back into the division at 118. He won all 4 belts at 118. 30 days later, he vacated all the belts, moved up, right? He fought Stephen Kubo Fulton for his 2 belts, right? He wins these 2 belts. Look at the date, 2023, 7/25. He just won all 4 belts right here, 12-13, right? Okay. He fought Marlon Tapales for the other 2 belts, and he won all 4 belts. It took him, from the moment he won his last belt, the last belt, to make all 4, to winning all 4, 2023, 12/26. 1 year and like 13 more days. It took him 1 year and 13 days to secure 8 world titles. He already had the 3 coming in with Paul Butler. Once you got the 4th, you win those 4 because you're putting them up on the line. That's 4 belts. It took him 6 months to get all 4 belts at 122. 6 months. Look, he fought Stephen Kubo Fulton, 7/25, and he fought Marlon Tapales, 12/26. That's 6 months later, bro. It took him 6 months to fucking get 4 belts. Then check this out. 4 belts here, 2 belts here, 4 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 belts here. Who the hell is doing it like that? Who's doing it like that? Then the fight fans have the audacity to say that this kind of fighter is scared or avoiding who? What would tell you about a fighter like this? By the way, you did notice that from the time he won his real first world title, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He won his first real world title. The WBC World Light Fly title is a real belt. This was the vacated Oriental and Pacific Boxing Federation belt and the Japanese belt title. Those are minor belts. We don't count these. Where we start counting is only major world titles here at Round One Sports Talk. So I don't count these belts, but they are nice and very prestigious to win. You know that your fighter's on his way. So they're good to get while you're moving up. Yes. I'm not disrespecting minor belts. No. So in Naoya Inoue's 6th professional fight, if you haven't noticed, from this moment on, he fought 28 consecutive world title fights in a row. 28. consecutive world title fights in a row. Look at Naoya Inoue's let's see here. Wow, they don't have it anymore? They don't put up the Wikipedia? Wow, BoxRec is changing, huh? Usually they have like a Wikipedia down here. Maybe it might be at the bottom of the because their BoxRec changed their whole setup. No, it's not. Wow, that's crazy. No more Wikipedia. Oh, yeah, it's right here. It's right here. Right here. They just moved it. It's right here. I got it. This is Naoya Inoue's Wikipedia, right? On his entire career, amateur and pro, right? Professional boxing record. You can read it with me right here. He has 26 bouts, 21 knockouts, beaten in world title bouts. Secondary championships excluded. They don't count secondary belts. That's why I don't. Right? Okay. So 9 opponents, at 122. 7 opponents at 118. What was it? At 115, he got 8. No, it can't be. He jumped past that division, right? Yeah, he jumped past the 112. He was at the 108. He jumped past, was it the 115, 112? I forget which one it was. I don't know why. But anyway, follow along with me. He had 74, 17 right here. Look, you see where the arrow is? 17 current or former world champion. He knocked out 13 of them. He's already faced 17 former or current world champions. These are all their names. And Junto Nakatani got put down at the bottom of the list right here. He just got added, right? So this is all updated. This is all updated. His amateur record was 75-6. That's pretty impressive, bro. That's pretty impressive. He's an impressive fighter. That is an impressive resume. When you say, people try to say out there, well, who did Naoya Inoue fight? Well, here's all 17 world champions that he fought. All their names. You can look them all up. He fought 17 world champions and knocked out 13 of them. Pretty fucking impressive, bro. For instance, name, put up in the chat right now any fighter you would like me to look up on BoxRec. And I mean any world champion right now today. Anybody. Terrence Crawford included. Anybody in this era. In this era. Don't bring up Floyd. Don't bring up nobody not in his era. An active current world champion. Bring up Saul Canelo Alvarez if you want. Anybody. Anybody. Type in a name that you think can mirror this guy. Anybody. I'll be right here at Round One Sports Talk, and I'm waiting for anybody to text in a name. And if I can't get any of you to text it, it's because it's probably not there, but I'll help drive my point home. Let's go. You guys want to use Usyk? Heavyweight champion of the world? Would it be too simple? Would that be too simple? Well, let's just see what the heavyweight of the champion of the world is doing. Let's look at his Wikipedia. Bam. He fought 11 opponents, and he knocked out 5 of them, beaten in world title fights. He's got 4 opponents, knocked out 2 in the heavyweight title, 7 opponents in the cruiserweight. Has a record of 12-4 against former or current world champions. So Usyk himself has only fought 12, and he only knocked out 4 of them. He has a record of 3-0 with 0 against former current lineal champions. So he didn't knock out any of the lineal champions that he ever fought against. Jesus Christ. That's his amateur record, 300 fight, 330. Why would you fight for that long? Them Ukrainians, bro, they They love that amateur shit, right? Has a record of 7-0, 2 knockouts, and linear title fights starting with Marco Hoke in 2017. Cruiserweight Tyson Fury. Oh, that he beat like two. He had seven. He fought against seven total. I was a little confused with the top part. He fought seven total, but when he actually fought them in fights for it, that's where the 3-0 comes from. The record for 3-0 against former current linear champions. That's when he went into the fighting against them. All around, he fought seven of them and he knocked out two. Okay, I get it. All right, so he didn't. He's around Naoya in a way, but not quite. Let's see. Let's use somebody else. I mean, David the Monster Benavidez, let's not even use him. He's not even qualified. He hasn't fought enough champions. Saul Canelo Alvarez. This will be interesting. Let's see if Saul Canelo Alvarez can match this Japanese dude right now. Saul has had a lot of belts and shit, so I would assume so. Oh shit, Saul's rocking. Saul got 22 opponents, 10 knockouts, beaten in world title bouts, secondary belts excluded. So he's been in 22. Now, I don't know, he's only been in 17. Mexico! Y'all battling, huh? Let's see what Saul did. He might not have did it impressively. Let's see. So Saul got one opponent at that, at his heaviest weight, 175 type shit, I think, right? Yeah, it says it right here. In the world lightweight heavyweight title bout, he won by knockout. He has 10 opponents, 3 knockouts, and super middleweight. That's where he dominated. He ranked supreme. He got the most knockouts there. I 8 opponents, 5 by knockouts in world title fights. And yeah, the middleweight division, as soon as I saw a middleweight, started thinking about like Marvelous Hagler. I already want to put Saul up against them. Well, let's just keep it on Naoya in a way, right? Has a record of 23-3 with 1 and 10 knockouts and world title fights, secondary belts and regular belts excluded. Has a record of 21-3 and 1 and 7 knockouts against former current world champions, favorite in world title fights, right? These are all the world champions Saul fought against. Defeated 11 undefeated opponents with 10 or more bouts. Yeah, you got to have, in order to be considered undefeated in boxing, you have to have 10 fights or more. You can't be like 9-0, 7-0. You're not a real undefeated fighter. You might be undefeated as record wise, but you're not qualified to be ranked. Oh, I beat an undefeated fighter. You might be 1-0. I'm undefeated. Bro, you're 1-0. You're 3-0. You're 4-0. You're 5-0. You got to get past 10. That's the number. That's the number right there. Has a record of 4-1-1, 0 KOs against International Boxing Hall of Fames. He fought 4 Hall of Famers. Eesh. That's a pretty good stat. Naoya Inoue is better in title defenses. He beat Saul. You can see it right here. He beat Saul. So as far as the 4 belts, when Saul had his 4 belts, he only defended them 4 times. He doesn't. Naoya Inoue is on his 7th time? No. My bad. I had to back it up a second. Hold up. Yeah, he passed Saul when it comes to that, Naoya Inoue, right? Let me go back and look at it again. Naoya Inoue right here. Let's see. So Naoya Inoue he just defended with Junta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 title defenses on all 4 belts. Jesus Christ. That's going to be a record. I don't know if that record might stand for a long time. That's pretty impressive right there. Shit, man. It's not a lot of guys doing it like this. Dude, bro. Let's look up some more people. Let's look up some more people. David the Monster Benavidez is not qualified. I know someone in the chat is going to say something about it, so I might as well just click on it. They want to do this, but I just have a feeling somebody in the chat's like, "No, look at David." Watch, I can just hear it. I can just hear it. Jesus Christ, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry I did this, David. I knew I should have stayed away from your name, David. I fucking knew it, bro. I went down. I don't even want to scroll down on what I just saw. I know y'all saw it, right? It doesn't even start. It starts with his amateur career. Jesus Christ. Because there wasn't a lot of pro shit. I knew it. 6-4. Yeah, he's not qualified, guys, to be in this conversation. He's a great fighter, yes. He's just, unfortunately, they've been blackballing fighters like him because he's so fucking good and dominant. That high risk, low reward when he didn't have a belt. I know David. I knew he would. He doesn't belong in this conversation. So he don't belong in this conversation. Devin fucking the American Dream Haney. I already know what he did. But just in case anybody out there wants to see, he fought 9 world champions, current or former world champions. Devin Haney, I know this too, because I'm very familiar with him, and he knocked out nobody. Devin can't be in this conversation either. Oh, he fought 8 opponents, 0 by knockouts, beaten in world title fights. He has 9, 0 knockouts in world title bouts against former or current world champions. He fought 9. He knocked out 0. Those are the 9. He has a record of 13-8 in fights outside his native U.S. Yeah, Devin can't fuck with this dude's resume, bro. Hell no. Devin was undisputed too, so that's pretty fucking amazing. For the age that Devin did it, that's impressive. It's fucking impressive. So, I don't know. What current superstar? Shakur can't be in this conversation. You can't be in this conversation. Shit, bro. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, what have you done? Nine. He knocked out 6. Current and former world champions, 7 of them. Yeah, Bam. You haven't done enough. And then they say that, Naoya Inoue, who have you fought? You haven't done enough, Naoya Inoue. Shit, you guys can't touch his resume. You guys can't.
Bipolar 1
Who
can
the hell do we
overwhelm
have?
the mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make
What
it
the hell
hard to
is
get
that
out of
sound?
your head. Finding relief may help you break through.
Where's that sound
Ask
coming
about
from?
Vraylar. Some
I got
medicines
some
only treat the
commercial
lows
shooting
or
off in the
highs.
background
Vraylar treats
somewhere.
depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of
Has
bipolar
to
1
be
in
from
adults.
here.
Proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with
Where's
dementia-related
the commercial
psychosis
shooting
due to
off from?
increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal
I
thoughts
can't
to
see
your
the
doctor.
commercial.
Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff
I don't
muscles,
know.
or confusion, which
But
may be life-threatening, or
my
uncontrolled
point is
muscle
this.
movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur.
Yo, I gotta turn that
Difficulty
fucking
moving,
sound shit
uncontrolled
off, man. I
movements,
can hear that
tremors,
shit.
Feeling like you need to move. Sleepiness, nausea,
I like
vomiting,
that.
and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to
Turn that
relief.
shit off, bro.
Ask about Vraylar.
Xander, Josh Kelly, bro. There's just not a lot of fighters that got them kind of resumes anymore. Naoya Inoue is a throwback fighter. Remember, Naoya Inoue used to fight on fucking HBO. I've been watching Naoya Inoue fight for over 10 years. I've been watching his fights. Hold on, let me get back to you guys. Let me just double check my shit too. Make sure that turn that off and then double back on my sound. Make sure y'all hearing me still. I just turned some shit off. There's not a lot of fighters doing it like him and his the way he's doing it. But yet and still the okay, good. Good. You guys can hear me. Good. So back to the situation. Look, guys, Naoya Inoue has options. One of those options is headed into the danger zone. I'm not sure, guys. I flip flop on this. I think some days he's ready for those guys at 126. Some days I don't. Naoya Inoue announced. He said, "Yo, check it out, right? Um, since the knockdowns, I didn't think I was ready, but now I'm ready." So the Naoya Inoue freight train might be going to 126, but as you guys can see in Naoya Inoue's damn, I should have brought that up too. He's fighting in his 5th weight division. He has titles in 4 of them. He jumped over the 112. I mean the 115. Yeah, he has belts at 108. He jumped. He got a belt at 108. He jumped over. He got belts at 118. No, 115, 118, 122, and 108. Like that. He jumped over to 112 is what he jumped over. Yeah. So he's actually, if he was to go up to 126, he'd actually be fighting in his 6th weight division. Come on, guys, that's not easy to do. Is Naoya Inoue maxed out? Is he maxed out? Should he ride his career at 122? No matter what, there's always new guys coming up, willing to fight Naoya Inoue, waiting to prove themselves. Naoya Inoue is a golden ticket. But to get that ticket, you're gonna have to beat the main boss in a boss fight. You know, when you get to the end of the video game, it's the toughest boss battle. That's Naoya Inoue. You're not just gonna take everything he's worked for without going through some shit. You're gonna have to beat that guy. And if you can beat a fighter like Naoya Inoue, that stamps your name into the Hall of Fame. Like that. You're gonna beat an undefeated fighter. You're gonna be the first person to beat him. A champion like that, you're gonna win 4 belts at the exact same time. That O that Naoya Inoue has holds weight. That O, he's made that O prestigious. His O, not everybody else's O. Not like, the Keyshawn Davis's O's and, those kind of O's. No, those they're not legacy Hall of Fame fighters. Tank Davis's O is not more valuable than Naoya Inoue's O. Hell no. Tank Davis got a marketing star status O. Manufactured by his doing too, because he's a great fighter, Tank Davis. But Naoya Inoue's is legendary. That O comes with a lot of shit attached to it. You beat that kind of guy, bro, you're going to Hall of Fame. Your name will live on in the halls of boxing forever. Beat Naoya Inoue. He's already Japan's greatest boxer in Japan's history. Naoya Inoue. He's the first guy to get all 4 belts in the super bantamweight and boxing history. There's no other fighter that was undisputed in the super bantamweight. With 4 belts or 3 belts, no. No man has ever done that. Naoya Inoue did. And if everybody else that claims that they can beat him in this era, okay, Naoya Inoue's ducking this guy, avoiding this guy, not fighting this guy. Okay, that's what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Then tell your guy to do what Naoya Inoue's doing. If it's that easy, and Naoya Inoue is not who he says, or he's not who they say he is, okay. Well, then tell your guy to do it. You're in the same era, fighting the same fighters. Do what he did. Go beat all the guys he beat. Go fight all the fights he fought. Fight all the champions he fought. Let's see how that works out for you. Naoya Inoue did it. And if you're claiming that he's avoiding you, scared to fight you, shit. Wouldn't that be saying that you're better than him? Let me see your belts. Because apparently you're so much better than him. You've done so much. What have you done? Let me see. Besides run your mouth. And that's going to all the fighters that have said, like the MJs, he's ducking me. Really, MJ? Hey, MJ Agmadalia, you did survive 12 rounds. How many rounds did you win? How many rounds did MJ win in that fight? Carry the 2 divided by 1. 0. 0. Bro, these guys act like, oh, he's avoiding me. He's ducking me. He didn't want to fight this guy. If you didn't fight him, just be lucky. You probably were going to lose. Badly. Naoya Inoue, stats by round, there's no fighter doing it like him today either. Meaning, name me any fighter today. Anybody. You saw if you want. He's going to lose. I already know the answer to these questions. I've done this like 10 times. I just talk about it because it is impressive. That in fact, he's the only fighter right now, currently, that's won more than 90% of all rounds he's ever, meaning in Naoya Inoue's history, and how many fights he has again? And throughout the entire, what the hell did I do here? I don't know. I pressed the button and, oh, right here. Okay. My bad. And it's Naoya Inoue's entire history. Like, if you was to like look up his fights, he has 33 professional fights, right? 27 knockouts. Out of 33 fights, they're saying on average, out of 33 fights, he might have lost 12 rounds in his entire career. 12 rounds. On average, he might lose 1 round in a fight. For every 2 fights, he might lose 1 round on average in 2 fights. Just 1 round. Terrence Crawford was losing that fight to Sean Porter on the scorecards coming into the 10th, wasn't he? He lost too many rounds in that fight. How many rounds has Terrence Crawford lost throughout his career? He triples or quadruples Naoya Inoue's statistic. How many rounds did Tank Davis lose against Mario Barrio before he knocked him out? Naoya Inoue doesn't lose rounds at all. He lost the round, obviously, when he got knocked down. Those are 2 rounds. Those are two 10-8 rounds. That's still only 2 rounds. But the remaining of the Luis Pantera Nari fight and the remaining of the Roman Cardenas round fights, they didn't win another round. MJ didn't win any rounds. Like Medalia didn't win any. Well, the same person. Marlon Tapales didn't win any rounds. Stephen Kubo Fulton didn't win 10 seconds in the fight. Fucking nobody. If you look at all his fights, that one with Nonito Donaire where he broke his heart, he lost that round. I think that's the only fight he lost the most rounds in. The first Nonito Donaire fight. The second one was a straight Donati. Nonito Donati. That's probably the fight he lost the most rounds in. He lost like 3 or 4 rounds in that one fight, Naoya Inoue. But besides that, out of all the champions, 17 champions he fought, knocked out 13 of them, he doesn't lose any rounds, basically. You would have to go through his entire resume with a fine-tooth comb to see if I like when I talk, but and then I know that talk is bullshit. You need to show what you're talking about sometimes for people to really appreciate it, right? So sometimes I gotta go down and I gotta go down this road right here. I'm about to. This is Naoya Inoue right here. For instance, if you go to the fight, you can, if you ever want to do this, I'll teach you how to do it right now. Go to the fight, scroll over here. You see where it says event and bout? Go to the event, right? You click that. Now you see the event, Naoya Inoue, blah, blah, blah. You go right here, you see this, it says scores, that's a scorecard. You go to the scorecard of the fight. Now it says it on the top. Inoue versus Nakatani scoring, right? Naoya Inoue is in the red, Junto is in the blue. 12-round bout. The scores are right here. This right here are the fan score, and these are the actual 3 judges right here. See the 3 judges right there? Bam. Okay? Here we go. Wow. Now, Naoya Inoue's in the red. They gave him the first round. They gave him the second round. They gave him the third round. They gave him the fourth round. They gave him the fifth round. Oh, wait a minute. 2 judges gave the fifth to Junto. Oh, shit. Naoya, you lost the 6th round, bro. Oh, at the 7 only won. You technically won the 7th round. Man, damn. This is not. This is awesome. I love this. This is the first time for everything. Yo, Naoya Inoue, you lost a round outright? No judge gave it to you? That's got to be a first. And Junto did it twice in this fight. Holy shit, ball. See right here, this judge thought he won it. This judge thought it, and this is the fans one right here. So this is just the fans. So it's basically the 3 on the inside that count. Those 3 said, look at right here, the 10th round, they gave it to Junto. And then Naoya Inoue closes strong, wins that round, and wins that round. So technically, he lost 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. You lost 4 rounds in that fight, buddy. Yeah, you did, Naoya. Yes, you did. Wow, that's impressive. 4 rounds, bro. That's fucking impressive. That is impressive, my man. Okay, now you will not see that again. That's why that's impressive. You won't see it again. Um, Alan Dave Picasso, how many rounds did you win, buddy? Look at Alan Dave Picasso. See how he did. Same shit. Neil is in red. Alan Dave Picasso in the blue. And we're off. Here we go. And sweep, 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 sweep. One judge right here got a 9 right there, but not good enough to win the round. Sweep, sweep. Wait a minute. I think Alan David Picasso won 1 round, the 12th round. According to the scorecards, he did. So Alan David Picasso won 1 round according to scoring. He got a 9 here, but the other 2 gave it to Noay. So Noay Inoue wins the round, right? So you got 1 round, kid. That's going to be the story of his fucking career, dudes. Like, no one comes close. He just beats the brakes off all these dudes. Let's see. Malin Tapal, MJ. No, yeah, in a way, is ducking me. Ducking you because you're so much better? It has to be, right? Let's see what the scoring is for this. No, yeah, in a way, he's ducking me. He wanted to, I'm a Usyk power. Okay, let's see what you do. Lost. Still lost. Got 1 right here, but lost. Oh, shit. Oh, didn't we do Act Medallia? I think we've been here before. He got 1 round right there. That's no. And then he won this. So he won 2 rounds for all that he's ducking me shit. You managed to win 2 rounds against he's ducking me. Okay. Really? That's what you can put up against this guy? Okay. All right. So we're out of here. Roman Cardenas. Now he, my man. Oh, wait, we're going too fast. Roman Cardenas scored an 8. What you won't see these other guys got. He got a 10-8 round against Naoya Inoue. He's got one. It's got to be there. He dropped Naoya Inoue. It's got to be in the 2nd round, right, guys? And we're off. Holy shit. You don't see that much on Naoya Inoue's resume, right? Damn. 10-8 round. Okay. So what did you do after you knocked him down? You lost until you got stopped. Damn, you didn't have another moment? From the minute you put him down, Roman Cardenas, not even the fan scored card, nothing. You got not a single 9. And Naoya Inoue got a 10-8 round back on your ass. So he returned the favor. You gave him a 10-8 round, and he gave you a 10-8 round. He only lost 1 round. Shit. Shout out to Roman Cardenas. I fucking love that dude. Hey, man. What you think? I always want to see Naoya Inoue win? I don't want him to be fucking competing against nobody? Nah, man. I want all challengers. I want somebody to come up and fucking fight this man. I can tell you he didn't win any rounds. Luis Pantera Nari, you scored a fucking... Bro, we're going to be here all day. This is not going to go well. Take me on my word. I have done this. 10-8 round in the 1st round. And what did you do after that? Lose. 10-8 round, give it back to him, got stopped. Damn. He got stopped in the 5th? And John Casimero stopped him in the 4th, 1 round early. Why did I think it was the 8th? I must have been getting confused with another fight. Yo, I don't know if I said that, but I think it in my head, so I might have said it. Damn, bro, you didn't win another second against this man. And I mean, nobody wins rounds like that against Naoya Inoue. Stephen Fulton, unified world champion, undefeated, 21-0. How many rounds did you win? Hold on, let's back it up. Stephen Fulton, event, scoring for the match. What did you do, cool boy? Undefeated, 2 belts, goes out to Japan. What'd you do? Who's red? Oh, Fulton's red, Nail. Yeah, anyways, blue. Kind of fucked me up when I saw the red. Like, so Fulton was red. Oh, yeah, because Naoya Inoue was the challenger. Fulton was the champion. So the champion in the red loses, 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 still lost, loses, loses. Jesus Christ. Oh, what the fuck is this? How in the world did they give Fulton 10-10 and Naoya Inoue 9-9-9? They're saying that Fulton won the 7th round, but didn't Naoya Inoue knock him out in the 8th? So they didn't count the 8th. So they're saying that Stephen Kubo Fulton actually won the 7th round. Good to know. These cheating sons of bitches. Steven, I'm sorry, bro. You didn't win 1 round in that fight. You just didn't. You definitely didn't win that 7th round. But anyway, I remember the 7th round. Now that I'm starting to think about it, he got a good punch on Naoya Inoue and snapped his head back off side movement, subtle side movement. He like snapped Naoya Inoue's head. They gave him the round because of that. Fuck out of here, bro. They felt sorry for him. There's nobody. Now this round, this fight right here is probably be interesting. The legendary Nonito Donaiti. Yo, that my man right there would probably be a real interesting score. Let me check this last one out. I just gotta know again. He was the favorite. Naoya Inoue was coming up. Nonito Donati, he was top ranked fighter at one point in time. He was on the pound for pound list. He had got lost just coming into this tournament of the Muhammad Ali Trophy. Naoya Inoue was not signed to top rank at this fight at this time. I think when he beat him, that's when they top rank actually signed him. That's when he got him. So Nonito is the 9, is the red. Okay, he's the red. So he loses the first, he wins the second, loses the third. Because remember, it's the last 3 boxes, not the fan one. So these are the real score, the judges. So we're mainly focused on the 3 here, right? Okay. So Nonito loses the first, he wins the second, loses the third, loses the fourth. Damn, they gave Naoya Inoue a Nonito Donati 10 round for the 5th. They gave Naoya Inoue a 10. Okay. He still loses that. Then a 10-10-10 right here. He won the 7th. He won the 8th. He won the 9th. Holy shit balls. That's good. Because he got the second right here. That's 1 round right there. Then you got 2, 3, 4. That's the most rounds he lost in a row. That eye was fucking with him, huh? Yo, that's crazy, right? I remember Nonito Donati broke Naoya Inoue's orbital bone in the 2nd round. And they gave that round to Naoya Inoue. I thought they gave it to him because of the blood. I mean, they couldn't have known that his orbital bone was fractured, but the punch was not a headbutt. I thought you would award him the round. This is shit I probably already seen and I'm remembering it now again, but I like that too. Because it reminds me, keeps me fresh on my shit. Wow, that's impressive. But and then, damn, 8, 8, 8, 8. They got Naoya, and that's what killed them. That 11th round killed them. Yes, it did. And then Naoya Inoue wins outright. He's got 3 good rounds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Shit. And 4. Right there. Not bad, Nonito Donating. Not bad, brother. Not bad. Great fight. Great fight. Great fight. If you ever have time to, you want to watch a great fight, a classic fight, Nonito Donaiti versus Naoya Inoue, the first fight. Fucking awesome fight. Well, listen, I could be here all day with you guys, but please take my word of advice. Naoya Inoue is the type of champion that he doesn't lose a lot of rounds. There's not a lot of fighters like him. You know, arguably, you could name any fighter right now. Hank Davis, Devin Haney, they've lost a lot of rounds in their career. You know, they went to the scorecards and this and that. You don't, and Naoya Inoue's rise, you didn't go to a scorecard. And before those, like I showed you, the 5 rounds or whatever those guys lasted, they weren't winning a lot against them. And Naoya Inoue will never give away a round. He's not, he's not in there playing games, taking rounds off. Some guys use it as a tragedy. Drink was giving away rounds, right? It's like Loma was against Teal. And the commentator was like, how many rounds is Loma going to give away to Teal before he starts fighting? Well, that goes on your stats, Loma. You gave away, or according to what's on paper, you lost the first 4 or 5 rounds. Loma. You know what I'm saying? So, like, on average, that's how dangerous Naoya Inoue it actually is. He's not even losing rounds like that. He's just the most efficient fighter we have today, all around. Naoya Inoue. He's that efficient, that effective. He deserves everything he's getting because he's earned it. I'm not over here fucking glazing Naoya Inoue. I haven't glazed one time. The only thing I showed you is what the man actually did. How is that glazing? What, we're not giving credit anymore when somebody wins? If you win too much, we're supposed to turn on you? If you're winning too much, you're doing now it's easy. He's not fighting anybody. Just to try to write him off. That can't be further from the truth. Why? Okay. Somebody just walked in my house. I think it's the nurse for my grandfather. I just heard something. Sorry, that threw me off. Well, you got to check who's walking in your house. Yo, shit, Funline, how you doing, brother? Frontline in the building. How you doing, Frontline?
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Yo, all I hear is a bunch of Inoue glazing. What the hell's going on?
Stop the. I knew you were gonna come in here with your bullshit
What?
already, right?
What is going on with all this Inoue glaze? Let me tell you something. With Casimero's last performance,
Did you see the book?
yeah, I saw in the beginning of the live.
Oh,
Looks good. The poster too.
yeah.
But listen, real that
What?
don't try to get away from the smoke.
What
Right?
smoke? There is no smoke for this guy.
Let me tell you something. With
There's just a
Casimero,
bunch of guys trying to grab onto Superman's cape.
no, not happening.
Oh,
With
yes, there
Casimero's
is.
with Casimero's last performance, If he
Yeah.
performs like that versus Inoue, Inoue is done in 6 rounds.
Uh
I give him
not
6, and
exactly.
oh, he's done. With Casimiro's last performance,
No.
he's done.
No.
Casimero
Although
knocked
my
him
co
the.
hey yo, frontline, why don't you do your job? Why don't
Yo,
you
shout out to
focus? Let's focus on the chat. Read some
I
of these
can't
chats.
I can't read the chat. I'm driving right now. That's why I hopped on.
Okay, yeah, excuses. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So frontline comes in with his opinion. I don't want to call it trolling
Yes.
because some part of me thinks that frontline believes some of this shit, right? But let me tell y'all right now,
No,
right?
it's factual. Like if he goes up to 26, you and I both know that
What?
Shushu is going to give him a nice welcoming to 26 and give him possibly his first loss if he doesn't
I
fight
told you what's gonna happen
Casimero.
with Shushu. I already told you. I got receipts. I got shorts on this. Oh yeah, anyway, he's gonna go there for some takeout. He's gonna knock out Shushu. Before his body hits the ground, they're gonna be giving Naoya Inoue his belt. He's gonna be taking pictures, kissing babies out the building on the way back to Japan with Shushu's belt. Then Shushu's gonna hit the ground. Boom. We
Hey,
ain't even gonna know what happened.
and all these Inoue Glazers that are in the chat as well. I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. Inoue is a phenomenal fighter, but as a boxing fan, I see a lot of flaws. I see flaws that Casimero can pick up on and end Inoue. Same thing with Shushu. Shushu, you guys will say, "Oh, he lost against Segua." Possibly. Well, the records don't show that. And the other thing is, um, Castro was giving him a tough. What happened on the Castro fight? Castro got knocked the fuck out. That's what's gonna happen with Inoue. Inoue's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Not only by Shushu, but Casimero as well. Bampita, see, I'm at a light right now. I can read.
Yo,
Bampita says,
yo,
Naoya
yo, hold
Inoue, my
one
number
second.
one favorite boxer, the monster. J Max, so a 3 weight world champ is a bum? No way, man. He's talking to memes. Casimero needs to
Right.
go fight a few more
Yeah,
fighters that
it's the nurses that
Inoue
made
beaten
baby.
and get his rank
Uh,
up, and then he'll
I
get an Inoue fight. If not, he can keep on being a bum. I don't think Casimiro's a bum. I would say he's reckless with his training and
life choices, yeah, but I don't think he's a bum. No.
hey, Vampira, what does ungas in Pinas mean? If you're talking Filipino, the only thing I know Filipino is putang inamo.
Oh
That's
my God! Hey,
that's all I
you're
know.
saying your swear words over here on Round One Sports Talk. I know it has to be. I don't know what that means, so don't hold me to it. But I know. But you know, Americans when they want to learn a new language, what do they want to learn first? All the
The swear
swears,
words.
right?
Yes.
That's what he did. That's what he did. Probably, I can guess that. Let me tell you
But
something right now. Your boy Casimero, like I said, and I was talking. I was like, yo, listen, he's going to have to take some big chances at 37 years old. There's no time. I want to see Naoya Inoue fight Casimero. I do. I want to see it. I just need him to silence that, that narrative that he was avoiding him, that Jan Casimero. And I'm just like sitting back saying, wow, that's a big statement. That Naoya Inoue was avoiding John Casimero. Really? Fighter like that, I find that real hard to believe. Naoya Inoue has achieved and fought and done so much. Casimero, what have you ever? As a matter, we could bring him up right here. Like, what have you ever done in your boxing career to merit that kind of fear? You know what I mean? Like Casimero, everybody that Naoya Inoue fought, you should have already fought them. You were first in line.
well, he
You
fought
were ahead
Neri after. He fought Neri after, and he
after that. You
time
see,
out,
but it should have never took place like that.
and he washed Neri
Yes.
way
Okay.
in a better fashion than Inoue did.
No, you did. No, no, no. That victory was impressive for me. I gotta give it to John for that shit. I didn't see that coming. Not that many knockdowns. Now he didn't just knock out Neri one time, boom, knocked him down, knocked him out, stopped the fight. He
No.
beat the fighter out of Neri. That
Yes.
last shot, Neri said, I'm done. He spit out his mouth guard. When have you ever seen Neri do that? What
Not
fighter
even with
ever
Inoue.
took the fight? No, I seen that. I seen that with Naoya Inoue. He spit out his
Stop it.
mouthpiece. He spit out his mouthpiece in the Naoya Inoue fight and tried to catch it and was oblivious.
Okay,
He
so
didn't
he
know
tried
where
to
he
catch it.
was.
He didn't try to catch it with Casimero.
No, with Casimero, he was more aware. He was just beaten. It was a different type. In Naoya Inoue, he was out of his mind, on his hand on the ropes, sitting on his butt on the canvas, trying to grab his mouthpiece, and he was like trying to put it back in his mouth. He was out of it with Naoya Inoue. With John Casimero, what makes it more dangerous for me is that you were alert of quitting. See, you didn't have the option to quit against Naoya Inoue because you were out of it. Had you been more alert, you might have stood up. But he knocked the shit out of you. With John Casimero's beaten, when he hit him with the last shot, he sat on his ass, spit out, and you beat the fighter out of him. You had the ability to get up. You said, no mas, while sitting on your ass. He literally took the fighter out of you. That's why John Casimero's is a more dangerous ass whooping. When Naoya Inoue beat him up, he just knocked him out of his senses. He couldn't respond. So there's no fault to your own for not getting up. You couldn't get up.
I would like to see a Casimero versus Roman Cardenas. I would see that fight.
That's what I've
I
been
would
saying all morning. That's what I've been saying
well
all morning. He
I
needs
would
to
love to see
wait.
that fight because Cardenas will push
Yes.
Casimero to his breaking point.
Now check this
And
out. I said to him, why don't you wait, John Casimero, for the winner of Roman Cardenas and Sam Goodman? They're fighting for the interim belt. Whoever wins that fight, both of those fighters, one was going to fight Naoya Inoue, and one already fought him. So whoever wins, you beat that guy, you get the interim. Now you can put yourself in position to a Naoya Inoue fight. That was my
I think
layout.
he's already in position, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't think he is. I don't think John
Nah, he is.
Casimero, that
He
one
because you gotta
victory,
understand you no,
nah.
it's not about the one victory. It's about the with that
With the what?
it's all the cancellations that happened and you know what I'm saying? I think, I think it'll happen. I think it'll happen sooner than later, to be honest.
Okay, hold on. Look at this last guy's comment. But when they at 118, after he defeated Donati, Inoue said he's going up at 122, right? But then Casimera strips his belt, then goes up to fight Butler fast. That's the narrative we're going through. He said Inoue is a duck. Wow. Sometimes I scratch my head on some of these
Yo,
people's
Edwin, I
comments
don't
and
know what
stuff.
happened, but if you hear me, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
hear
back
you.
into the chat. I gotta get back to work, so
All right.
I'll hit you up in a little
All
bit.
right. All right. Yep. All right. Check this out. My man. What's that? J Max? J Max? Yo, check it out. Once upon a time, John Casimero and Naoya Inoue were scheduled to fight. John Casimero got stripped of his title and he got a suspension for a year. John Casimero. When John Casimero got suspended, right? I should bring it up here so that you guys can look at it. I can put all this up and walk through the dates and times with you guys, right? I should put up the box rec and have John Casimero right here. Let me see. John Casimero right here. Okay. Now I'm going to bring up John Casimero's box rec and I'm going to put it up here so we can see dates and times together so that I can, because talk is cheap, right? You know, you just don't want no guy just talking up here and shit. Why don't the guy bust out facts, right? That's what I would say, right? Okay. So we're back here where we started. We started with John Casimero. He seems to be the topic of discussion and what he's going to do. And whether or not we're going to get this fight between John Casimero and Naoya Inoue, right? Okay. So we're gonna have to go down real further down in John Casimero's boxing history to find all this shit out, right? And I kind of think we're gonna have to do a little searching here because I think he was the WBA champion at the time, or was he the IBF? Uh, in order to find that out, we would have to go to his Wikipedia. It would be a better translation. So John Casimero has defended 7 opponents, uh, 5 knockouts in world title fights. He's only fought 7 world titles. Well, okay, has a record of 7-2-5 in world title fights. He won 7 of them. He lost 2 of them, and he knocked out 5 of the fighters. Has a record of 7-3-1 against current or former world champions. Right? They did not exclude secondary belts, so they're counting him for him. He needs the help. I'm sorry. Uh, has a record of 16-4-1, 13 knockouts, fights outside of his native Philippines. So he's fought 16 times away from home. He knocked out 13 of them. He lost 4 times and 1 draw away from home. Okay, so these are all his titles. Minor titles, regular titles, everything he's ever had. So, what was the belt? Was it the WBO? Nah, it was the IBF. The IBF is the one they got him for, I think. Let's see. Let's go further down. Do they explain it? Okay, strict right here. The WBO. IBF failed to make weight. He got stripped for the IBF. He got stripped for the IBF. Okay. All right, John Casimero. Let's do a little investigation. Just a small investigation. Let's check some shit out. Let's check some shit out right here. Let's paint a picture, guys. All right. WBO Pacific, WBO Interim, WBO Interim, IBF World Title. He lost that fight. He never won that one. He was in a title fight though. IBF Interim. He wins this fight. He gets it right here, full status. He's got the full status of the belt here. He wins. He's winning. Vacated the IBF. Casimero was more than 5 pounds overweight in the flyweight limit of 108. Title declared vacant as Casimero failed to make weight. Title only at stake for Fortuna's. That's your fault, homeboy. Okay, that was 2014. 2014. A few months later, he got back in the ring. Where's the gap? That's not a big gap. Deducted a point. No. Where the fuck? Oh, shit. So he did get 2. Okay. And he loses it here. 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 19, 19, 19, 19, 20, 21. That's a year later. Is this where it happened? That's 1 year. Okay. 22 to 23. 23. He was active. That's not too bad, bro. That's not too bad. He's not as inactive as these motherfuckers try to make him out to be. John Casimero. He's really not. I mean, you got the year here, yes. Okay. It's not that far. I mean, that's a big, but he got it out the way. He got it out the way and he was back in there. Shit, he got 3, 4 fights in 2019. 5. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can almost count that other one. No, you can't. You got 1 year there. I mean, John Casimero wasn't that inactive like they were fucking talking on that boxing show I was watching the other day. They were making it sound like he was like so far off. The only thing that hurts Casimero, of course, where I can't give him like that stamp that fucking frontline wants to give him, that he's biggest threat. He's gonna wipe him down. He beat Luis Pantera Nari better than Naoya Inoue, only by 1 round. Um, no, no, I'm not gonna give you all that off 1 fight. Oh no, not when this shit happened. In your last 3 fights, you have a loss. Just your last 3. You're not even undefeated in your last 3 fights. John Casimero, you suffered a loss too close. 2025, 10, 10-25. Then you quickly went back in the ring and fought this guy in an 8-round fight. You had a 10-round fight, jumped down to an 8, popped back up to a 10, but you did show your ass in the Luis Pantera Nari fight. But I still can't award that off 1 fight. You mean to tell me I gotta award you the status to fight Naoya Inoue off 1 guy you fought that he fought? Well, how many opponents do you have in common with Naoya Inoue? How many fighters has he fought that you fought? Well, his record's right here. We get our answer right now. That's 1. You have no other opponents in common? You want me to get all hyped up and go crazy because you fought one guy you fought and you beat him better? Nah, dog. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't. You're not going to convince me that that's all that it takes, to be awarded. Exciting? A name that came back up throughout the history? Yeah, that was good, but and I mean John Casamaro's suspension that he got was a promotional one through his promoters and shit. Nah, you just there's not so I can't grab off anywhere else. I can't grab off anywhere else. The only thing you got right now is your momentum, John Casimero. That's all you have right now is your momentum. And to build off that momentum, I'm with Frontline on this. You should fight the winner out of Roman Cardenas and Sam Goodman. That because Frontline thinks Roman Cardenas is going to beat Sam Goodman. He's got the Latin guy in the fight. You guys know how he rolls, right? I think Sam Goodman is a decent fucking fighter. And when he decides to fight and show up, he does that. He was literally that close from beating Nick Paul, Sam Goodman. And he jumped up, remember. And his first fight, he fought the champion, no acclimating to the division. So he was able to do that like that to Sam Goodman. So I can see that. I think John Casimero needs to put himself in position. He should not be awarded a title fight with Noay Inoue just because. Now, here's where things get interesting. You ever hear the saying, right place, right time? That could be John Casimero right now. Why? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, Naoya Inoue needs to stay busy. His schedule is going to keep going with or without the guy he really wanted to fight. He'll just get somebody else to get there. But nevertheless, he's going to fight during his time frame, which what he likes to be active for. Okay. If Roman Cardenas and Sam Goodman are scheduled to fight, and Bam Rodriguez wants to fight your little brother, but not you now, doesn't that free you up to pick who you want? Could John Casimero be at the right place at the right time right now for Naoya Inoue to stay busy? Give me John Casimero right now. Fight John Casimero while you wait for Bam Rodriguez. There's your opportunity, John Casimero. I don't care how you get the fight. You can get it on by default. You can be worthy. You could have flipped a coin. I don't care how you got there. As long as we got the fight. So if John Casimero is announced tomorrow by default, John Casimero, this guy's busy. He's busy. He doesn't want to fight. Fuck it. I'll fight you. I'll accept it. And John Casimero right now is not in any ranking system. Luis Pantera Nari is. And you just beat him. And mind you, Luis Pantera Nari is ranked number 4 for the WBO. You know that, right? So John beat him. That should say something, right? So just maybe right place, right time, and the right fight for John. He already got the right fight out of the way and the opponent. So you got that. I beat a guy that it took you long and that guy knocked you down. Let's just remember, The guy knocked you down. I finished him. Okay? He's got that part out of the way. Could that be enough when Naoya Inoue needs someone to fight for his next scheduled fight? You're not going to get Bam Rodriguez. You're not moving up to 126. Who the fuck else are you going to fight at 122? The next, who was it? Who the fuck was it? Uh, uh, James, Carl James, and I be messing up his name, bro. My bag. I'm sorry. Uh, how do you pronounce his name? Nasipao, Nichita. I'm sorry, man. I can't pronounce your name, dude. But those guys are the only guys that are in the number one spots that I think are worthy. The other two, he's already fought. So he can jump over those guys because John got a good name, the Philippine, that fan base right there backing John Casimero. Not all Philippine guys are with John. I understand why, but he's trying to like change things now. And John is proven he's got that punch. If he lands it on Naoya Inoue, could be hurtful, but Naoya Inoue has his own punch. And if he lands his shot on John Casimero, it might be lights out. Dangerous fighters, big punchers, big punchers. John's got a style that worries me, though. It's got one of those inside game styles. Those are the styles of fighters that did, in fact, put Naoya Inoue down, not once, but twice. So, in that sense, John's a threat. He's definitely a threat. Can he beat Naoya Inoue? I'm not too sure about that. If you had to ask me to pick someone, come on, guys. I haven't been watching this guy for over 10 years to doubt him now. No, I got Naoya Inoue in the fight. But I got him in the fight against anybody he fights until they beat him. He's gotten my respect when it comes to that. He's earned my respect. I can't deny what he's been doing, the way he's been doing it. And there's a few people in sports history that taught me valuable lessons. Never bet against Brady in the fourth quarter. Don't. You're going to lose your money. Don't bet against Floyd. You're going to lose your money. And don't bet against Naoya Inoue. You're going to lose your money. That's what I've learned in sports. There's very few men that teach you that lesson. They're not the kind of athletes you want to bet against when all the money's on the line, when all the chips on the table, when all the belts are at stake. You don't want to bet against those kind of guys. So until that day happens, I have no reason to doubt him. I think Naoya Inoue has come up against every style. They've thrown everything at him in boxing. The American slick style, the Japanese style. He fought against his own countrymen. Everything like the Mexican style, the Americans, the Puerto Rican style. He's beat them all. He beat them all. He's beaten almost every nationality, every country there is. Naoya Inoue. So why would I think that John Casimero is gonna is he anything that I say I should fear? John Casimero, does he have anything I should fear? Yes. 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 He has that power, baby. And he's not afraid of Naoya Inoue. He truly thinks he can beat Naoya Inoue. That makes him a very dangerous man. Very dangerous. It's you could think you can do something, but you don't got the skills to back it, right? In a job or a trade, right? Problem with Don Casimero, he's got skills to back his claim. Now, whether or not he can pull it off, that I'm not too sure about. He does have something that makes you nervous, scared a bit, because what he brings is power. And in a fight, you can't count power out. At any time, if he lands, now Naoya Inoue can leave him with that punch and that power right there on the canvas. You could have all that power, but what good is it if you can't land the punch? And he nullifies you and your power. You don't have anything else. You're done. You better come up with a quick plan to fight a fighter like Naoya Inoue, just in case. If the beards both check out, if Naoya Inoue hits him, boom, and John don't go nowhere. John hits Naoya Inoue, and Naoya don't go nowhere. What do we have? Boxing match. Once the beards check out, now it's up to skills. I don't think John Casimero can outbox Naoya Inoue. I'm sorry. He could probably drop him with a body shot. He could definitely knock him out with a headshot, but he's not going to outbox him. John Casimero is a brawler puncher. It's what I consider him. A brawler type puncher. He's really good in the inside, right? But that's not what makes John Casimero special. What makes him special is that Manny Pacquiao-esque quick punch when he's cutting the angle. That distance between him and the next fighter, the guy in front of him, John Casimero, he's real sharp when it comes to that. You can't move on John doing dumb shit like Luis Pantera Nari did. Luis thought that little bit was gonna. John Casimero's timing for that kind of shit, you're like a fly. And John is just sitting there like a master with some chopsticks, right? And you're just going like this until John just goes and he clips you. He's real efficient and he's a bit wild. It'll throw you off. You're like, this motherfucker don't know what he's doing, right? He's all those reckless, those are distraction punches is what we call them. Bro, you don't know what the fuck you're doing until whap, the one in the inside. That's the one he was looking for. Those other ones just put you there. And I started reading John and I noticed he was a bit smarter than I thought at first. At first glance, if you look at John Casimero and his fighting, you can get lost in everything that's happening in the ring. The antics, the wildness, the ferocity of the fight, him going forward. And you're going to mistake that for just pure aggression. Like I did at first. Then I realized what he was actually doing. I realized a lot of those punches were just to set you up, to get you for him to clip you. The guy was like, man, that's bullshit. I see that. I see that coming. I see this. I didn't see that. And that's what John Casimero's good at. That's what he's good at. He'll surprise you. He has the ability to surprise you. And he surprised Luis Pantera Nari. And for him to surprise Nari like that, the way he did Luis Pantera Nari, I was like, holy shit. That wasn't supposed to happen. See, some of the knockdowns weren't, I felt, good knockdowns in the fight with Luis Pantera Nari. There was one where he like pushed down with his arm and shit. And even though the referee counted it, it started fucking with Nari's head. He started saying, I know that wasn't a knockdown, but they're going to score it as one. So now I got to get in here and him trying to be aggressive fell into John Casimero's hand, and now he scored a real one. And John kept his composure, but Lewis couldn't keep his. Before he knew it, he was too hurt. He was too hurt. He couldn't recover. At some point in that fight, Lewis probably said, man, I should have took this approach or did this better. But John caught up to his ass. That's it. So you had a good night, John. Congratulations. I'm not going to shit on your night. No, I'm not. What I want to do is build up a fight. Naoya Inoue needs dancing partners. These guys are not bums. These guys are all worthy to fight this Japanese dude. He needs somebody to fight. If I keep thinking he's just that much better than everybody else, then I'm not going to appreciate his fights. Because I'm going to think every time, nope, he's going to win. Nope, he's going to win. No, that's not competition, my man. I like competition. Competition means you're able to compete with me and put up because you're competitive. I want to get in there and fucking wipe you. See Naoya Inoue continuously just wipe down everybody. That's at a certain point, it's not fun anymore. Fuck that. I need somebody to challenge him. I want to see somebody bring the best out of him. It was scary to see him go down against Luis Panteranari and Roman Cardenas, but it was even more impressive to watch him come back and win the fight. Yeah. Yeah, man. Nah, you can't be alone, Naoya, in a way. You need to fight somebody. Fuck that. Nah, John Casimero is going to be worthy. He's going to be. This is the first step he took in the right direction. I can tell you that, and I'll stamp that for John. Yes. Roman Cardenas could maybe potentially sneak in another rematch with Naoya Inoue. Might be the interim champion. Might try to be like, Naoya, give me another shot. Naoya might say, fuck no. Crazy little Mexican. You knocked me down. Nope, you don't get another chance. Right? You know, I'm not saying Naoya Inoue would do that. Right? He'd probably fight anybody, but it's just that he's getting up there in age. Naoya Inoue. And every fight from here on in has to be planned out, calculated, worth it. You understand? He makes an announcement to go to 126. The boxing world's going to lose their mind. And he's going to free up 122. It's going to be a free fall for everybody running to get those belts. Finally, he left. Oh my God, we could breathe. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know how many guys would have been champion if it wasn't for Naoya Inoue? You know how many belts and stories he took away? No one has been able to get 122 belts since he's been in the division. After 6 months only being in division, he already had all 4. He's defended the belt 7 times. We've been through this. No one can call themselves champion. 7 men have tried, all failed. Nah, bro. He's dangerous, Naoya Inoue. He's fucking dangerous, but I need somebody to come up and fight him. I thought it was gonna be Junto. In a way I thought it was, and then in a way I didn't. I didn't think Junto was ready for Naoya in a way. But Junto played, you know, he did good. He did good, man. Junto did good against Naoya in a way. Then he got his orbital bone fractured and that shit got hurt, right? So Naoya in a way won the fight. Great performance by both fighters. Looked like a cobra and a mongoose. Like that, right? They were both like, it was like real skilled and shit. But listen, fight fans, I would like to know what you guys think about who should Naoya Inoue fight. And do you guys want to see this John Casimero fight? Most importantly, would you like Naoya Inoue to move up to 126 and enter a whole new division with all brand new names and possibilities? It would be his sixth weight division. And if he's able to obtain a title in 126, it would be his fifth weight division where he has titles in. It'll be his sixth weight division he's fighting in from the 108 where he started. But we don't count the 112 because of the fact that he bypassed the 112 and went right into the 115, 118, 122, like that. So, this 126 shit is, man, I'm telling you, some days I think he's going to do good. Some days I don't think he's going to do too good. Because without Frontline here, yeah, I mean, I can talk about his little Bruce Carrington. He's a big 126 pounder, Bruce Carrington. He's pretty big for that division. Espinosa's even bigger. Angelo Leo, he's pretty big. And then you got Figueroa. He's big. I don't know what Naoya Inoue is gonna do. These dudes is big, bro, for him. He's only 5'5". He's on the slender side of 5'5". I'm not too sure, man. They always say skills can pay the bills. That I would have to see. He's starting to enter the space of the Manny Pacquiao's, the Floyd Mayweathers, those kind of fighters, where their skills is what won them fights in those heavier weight divisions. Manny Pacquiao should have never been all the way up there fighting. Where did he start at? 108, 105, Manny Pacquiao? He's a fucking little Filipino. You ever see him? He had the split hair right there like that. He looked like he was hungry every fight. That boy was fighting for survival, man. And he raised the nation, a country with him, like fucking the Philippines, man. He's still to this day making them people proud. They fucking love him, man. You know, he did so much. But that's those type of men. They're in a 1% category of boxing. I don't think there's 5 men in boxing history that can do that. Just 5 out of all the millions of fighters that have ever fought in a ring. Like 4 or 5 guys are the only people that can do that on earth. That boxing has ever seen that. You're starting to enter an atmosphere that you're pushing your body, Naoya, in a way to levels that I'm not sure if that's just shit we would have to see. I'm not sure if he's that kind of guy. You can be dominant and have a great. It doesn't mean that you're the weight kind of jumping guy. Mayweather got 5 weight divisions. 5. Naoya Inoue needs 1 more to catch Floyd. Manny Pacquiao got the 8. Camacho got 7. Floyd got 5. I'm telling you, throughout the history of boxing, there's not a lot of men that could do that. So anyway, fight fans, listen, I hope you enjoyed the show. Give the video the like. Let me know what you think about the options for both ways. Who do you want to see John Casimero fight? I also like this, and I'm paying very close attention to this Roman Cardenas situation, just in case that could be an option. If not, should John Casimero be at the right place at the right time right now for a potential fight against Naoya Inoue. He just might fit into the equation, guys. Just maybe. We'll see. So thank you, fight fans, for tuning in here at Love the Support. Please don't forget to give these videos a like. It really helps the visibility. Comment in the channels. That also makes the YouTube know that we're interacting. So no matter what you type in the chats, it's always good to get a lot of texts and types in the chat so that YouTube can see the engagement. Go fight fans. Thank you for tuning in on another edition here of Round One Sports Talk. I'm always your host, Round One, and I'm on to the next one. After this.